He is known for being one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, started in wrestling, and now he's returning to his roots.
Well, yesterday, The Rock himself announced his appointment to the board of directors for TKO, which is the parent company of the WWE and the UFC, by ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. How cool is that?
And what's cooler is Will Cain was there to talk to him about that big moment. Watch.
All right, Dwayne, Rock. I said, what do I call you? I call you Dwayne, I call you The Rock. You said, now that I own it, I can call you The Rock.
Yes, I own it now. You can call me The Rock.
All right.
Just Rock.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it very much.
It's a big moment for you personally and obviously for the company, TKO.
A very big moment for me personally, big moment for my family, but big moment for us. I think Nick and I, as partners with TKO too as well. It's a big announcement today, joining the board, some of the other things, and showcasing the power of that and what that could be, especially for a business that I love, I know that Nick loves, in this world of WWE and professional wrestling.
Nick, why is it so important to bring in The Rock?
The Rock is one of one, as you and the rest of the world, I believe, knows.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Becoming the leading man, not only in film, but in television, starting his own tequila company, monetizing that in an extremely lucrative way. Energy drink with Zoa. Across the board, first of a kind. So to have him back into the WWE family in a meaningful way, it can only mean a lot for our fans, our shareholders, and the wrestlers.
Donald Trump, he has a long history with WWE. What does it mean that both the WWE audience and the UFC audience seem to have such an appreciation or celebration of Donald Trump?
Red states we sell out, blue states we sell out. It's not what we're focused on. What we're focused on is the in-ring product and how it delivers to the fans. And if politicians are fans of our product, they're welcome.
You got The Rock. You want Donald Trump back in the ring at WWE?
Listen, I mean, Rock against Donald Trump, I don't know how well that would work out in the ring for Donald Trump.
How about that ovation he gets, though, when he comes out?
I know President Donald Trump taking his octagon side seat for UFC.
Oh, big ovation.
Trump, yeah,
no question.
That's what I'm talking about. It's incredible. A lot of friends who've achieved success. There's this fascinating thing that happens. You arrive at a moment and you say, man, look what I've done, and yet somehow I'm unimpressed with myself.
Oh, man.
And then you set the bar further. This is part of that hunger. You want something more.
I want to acknowledge what you just said, because I love that. And we've talked about this idea of you never arrive. And I think a lot of us are wired in that way, whether it's really vocal or internal, but this idea of, I don't know if I'm really satisfied. You reach the North Star, you finally get there and you think, hey, I'm on top of the mountain. This is great. I think there's more mountain. And you look around, I think there's more to do.
You and I share something in common, and I didn't know that Nick and I did as well, but that is I have a deep connection and love for Hawaii, specifically Maui, specifically West Maui. I grew up going to Lahaina every summer, and I've been so touched by this audience. We raised a fund. We raised $2.5 million. We've hit several hundred families.
Fantastic.
And I know that you and Oprah did something as well.
Yeah.
And so first, let me start with this. What's an update on your fund, how it's reaching the people of Lahaina?
So you're Ohana in many ways. So the update on the People's Fund of Maui is proud to tell you this. At the end of January, we would have delivered over $60 million to over 8,000 survivors, which, those are my people. Those are our people, just as Americans. And the tragedy that they went through is unimaginable. And as you know, we know, and the world knows, they're still going through it.
You and Oprah got blowback.
Sure.
And first of all, I want to be here to be someone that defends you on that. Obviously, that came from a place of a good place in your heart.
I was surprised, but anytime something like that happens where I'm really taken off guard in that way, I always feel it's prudent just to pause for a second and not get pulled into the emotion of it. The best thing that we could do is keep trucking forward, keep the heart in the right place, and now we delivered over $60 million.
Yeah, I honestly want to say thank you for that.
Oh,
seriously, people need to know what a
that.
good effort's been on that. I have to ask more about the presidency. You said, I believe it was to Joe Rogan, that one of the political parties had approached you,
Yes.
showed you data, which
Yes.
shocked you
Yes.
about how well you do in a run for president.
Yes.
Is this something that you will be willing to consider?
I'm honored, and I'm not a politician, never had intentions to be a politician, and as all this continues to take shape and form, and I get it, especially as we're ramping up into this year in particular with the election year. I actually got approached by both parties, one after the other, and I said then, as I say now, I'm honored, thank you. Most important thing I'm doing now is being a daddy to my little girls. I like school drop-offs and I like pickups, and I like that. And I know that if I were ever to go down that road, which I have no intention to, all that goes away, and I don't want that to go away.
Oh, The Rock has no trouble holding both of his kids in his arms.
Meanwhile, The Rock says the NFL was his goal in order to escape poverty. That part of the exclusive interview with Will Cain coming up at 8:30 with Will Cain.
He's
Really
a solid
good.
guy. If you follow him on Instagram, he's so involved in his little girls' lives. He lets them put makeup on him. He lets them paint his nails.
The Rock is solid. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.